Watson and the Cleveland Browns taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 70 yards.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to, even though he does it well on the run and on the move.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
First and 10. It's, and oh, he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0. Then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 18 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Browns at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Steps away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give for Taylor running right side. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This defense for the Chiefs, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson flushed out right. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb down inside the 40.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 39, Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. The middle, it's Chubb, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense.
Watson eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. A carry here for the big tight end. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Browns go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have regained the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 10-7. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
That's about what you would expect, since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. third down's important to them, they find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Now it's Watson. A bootleg on the move to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. It's Webster. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. What an impressive catch by Bourne. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he's got it. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Sky Moore from 13 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Sky Moore capping things off with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Watson off play action. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Dancing to his left. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That was Justin Reed, the safety, who got to the quarterback.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Watson. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And it's fielded at the 34. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Chiefs to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's going to be tackled inside his 10-yard line. We may hear a few words from his head coach on that decision. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. That ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Mahomes. This one to Bourne out on the left side.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Yeah, it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mahomes going to throw. No hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And he'll go down at the 28. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides would be thrilled with that.
The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
Faking the give. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To the air yet again, Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. From the gun, here's Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll roll him out right. And it'll be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Off of play action, it's Watson rolling to his right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Watson now to throw. Out to his left. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Watson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw, Watson. He'll buy some time right. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, PI gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Bell brings it in across the formation. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Watson. Targeting Cooper, and he's got it coming across the field. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Again, it's Watson. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And, boy, he is very close to a first down. But from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Going with their tight end on 4th. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. 49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And he's got it to about the 40. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now Edwards-Helaire. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mahomes to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game, that means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle,